There we go. Hi, Desi. How are you today?
Hello, Martha. I'm excellent. Thank you for organizing these interviews. I'm looking
Uh,
forward to it.
yeah, so happy to be able to share these journeys that are so unique and so inspiring. So let's share with our audience today who you are, where you are, and how do you see this beautiful, amazing magic of Psyche manifesting in your daily life by choosing to integrate this process.
So, hi everyone. My name is Desi, and originally I come from Bulgaria, but I have been living since 2005. So that's quite a long time now in the UK, in a village outside of London. So, how this magic came to my life was very magical. So after in 2015, um, I had already learned a lot about limiting beliefs and how they work, how it actually all works with us as humans with these beliefs, and we manifest our reality. But it wasn't really making a lot of sense of how to change them easily because I had just survived a very traumatic divorce. And I was still in a bit of a like, sometimes I'm happy, sometimes I was still miserable and feeling sorry for myself. And
Can
this is
imagine.
how I actually came to learn about limiting beliefs and how they work. So at that time, I happened to read Dr. Bruce Lipton's book, Biology of Belief, and it all started to make good sense how it works in our bodies and everything. So at the end of that book, he mentions Psych-K. I said, what's that? Never heard of it. So I had to go online and check it out and see and find out what it is. And there quickly, August, we were in the first basic training, me and my friend. Um, and it was very interesting. In those days, it was 2 days training. The basic level was 2 days. Now it's three. But in those days, it was 2 days. And after the first day, we had already started to change a lot of things in us. You know, we were practicing how to change our beliefs and learned one balance. And we were ready for the second one. But I wasn't ready. I was really resisting it. I was thinking, gosh, I can't do this. Let's go home. But well, we had already organized it, so we could just go home. So we stayed. And then I went home very tired and I was thinking, this is difficult. I don't want to do this. All these resistances were so powerful. But slowly started to get myself into the process. And now I don't really imagine myself without it. Anytime I have any crisis, any situation, any like at the moment, because we were traveling this morning from the UK to Budapest. We are now in Budapest in Hungary. I have this splitting headache, and what did I do? I started finding the messages of it and
Mhm.
working through that. So, what's the message of my headache? Why is it happening now? And I think it was something to do with this interview, Martha.
Oh,
Hopefully now I'm telling my story in a fluent way because this was my belief statement. I can tell my story in a fluent and interesting way. So um, hopefully it works. So how have I been using Psych-K since? So 2015 was my big resistance. Oh, what's this when I'm not doing that? It's silly. No. But then slowly I've eased myself into the process. And by the end of 2016, the one who was very resistant had already done all the available training. so I had done the advanced, and in those days it was called the professional
Mhm.
level of Psych-K. Now it's got different, little slightly reorganized structure, but in those days that's how it was. And it was very, I was so passionate about it. I was telling everybody about it. You need to change your beliefs. Your life is, you don't like your life, you can change your beliefs. I was just telling everybody. In my confused state of thinking I was being an isham attack to people, I was actually not being one.
Right.
But I thought I was doing them a favor, you know. And then at one point, because I was seeing lots of resistance, people didn't want to change their beliefs just because I said, of course. And I didn't understand how possible. How can they not want to? In my very arrogant way. But then at one point, kind of realized what I was doing, and I stopped. And this is when actually people started to find me. They started to find me, and I wasn't pushing anymore to be telling them what to do. They just started to find me, and they were finding me from the main website, and they wanted to find out what PSYCH-K was. Maybe before they went and learned it themselves. They had a session with me, and they really enjoyed it. And so we had all sorts of interesting scenarios of people who wanted to do something about their business. Some of them were doing trading, like cryptocurrency trading, wanted to improve themselves. Others had pets who weren't behaving as normal. They somehow changed all of a sudden, so they wanted to know why their pets were like that. So we had dogs and cats. I've done surrogation with dogs and cats. I have done surrogations with the businesses of people, you know, being in surrogation with a person's business and doing all sorts of balances, like core belief balances. I don't know, just so interesting, being creative on in all sorts of ways. And then we had also the people who needed help with their health as well, including within my family. We had some situation recently that needed a lot of help. And with myself mainly, that's how I use it with myself. Like a headache, an allergy, like a few weeks ago, I developed this hay fever out of the blue, so I had to find out what it was. It wasn't really like we know in PSYCH-K, hay fever or any other symptom is not just a symptom. Yeah. It comes to tell us something, right. And it's our body's way of, yeah. And in my case, it was something completely different to what you would think. It was to do with something with my inner state. It was nothing to do with the allergens and the pollen and all of that. It's nothing to do with that. It was how I was inside. Yeah, including this headache at the moment. So am I missing something interesting in my story? Throughout, you know, people always ask me, how can, if it's such an amazing thing, the PSYCH-K, Desi, how come I have never heard of it? And my answer is because we really don't want to push it onto people like I used to do at the beginning. This is not how we do PSYCH-K. We allow you to be ready and to find it yourself. And this is how PSYCH-K found me. When I was ready and I knew already about the change of beliefs, it was just the next logical step. So it was easy for me to find it. And that's how it is. So when people are ready, they find PSYCH-K and they find a facilitator, or they just go like me straight away to do the training and be faced with a lot of resistance.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it's like we put out this knowingly or unconsciously, we put out this frequency saying, I need something. I'm ready. I'm ready to move from victim mode to empowered mode, or from problem land to solution land. And that's when PSYCH-K shows up. It just connects to that same kind of frequency that we're putting out there. You know, it's just that energetic, we call it energetic marketing. And if you're ready, and this is something that sounds like you want this in your life, then PSYCH-K will find a way for you to, either through sessions with Desi or our beautiful facilitators, or you come and learn, and we'll be happy to support whoever is ready to be the leader of their inner life. So thank you, Desi, for sharing your story. We'll be sharing your contact info down here for those who are ready to reach out and connect with you. And maybe one day we'll meet in person.
Yeah, I would really love that. Yeah,
Okay.
amazing people. We're all in PSYCH-K, in our PSYCH-K family, we're all kind of interesting people. We have all our other interests as well, and then PSYCH-K kind of unites us in this new level of understanding of who we are.
Right.
And it's a great place to be surrounded by people who have, like Rob Williams says, we're all spiritual beings having a human experience, and wherever we are on this human path, it's good.
Exactly. A family joined by a common interest.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, well, you enjoy your time in Budapest. And
Yeah.
thank you again.